welcome back to my channel. My name is Shiv if we haven't even met before, and if you're coming back then welcome. So in today's video I have created this cool toned, smoky, grungy, kind of rock chip vibe makeup look. Obviously I'll come up with a catchier title, I hope, but I created this look using the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic makeup palette, eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. It's got some really beautiful smoky shades in it. This to me I thought was going to be my least used eyeshadow palette, but I really like this makeup look, you know, so I think it'd be perfect for nights out when you want a really dark, in your face, smoky look. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands right now, but if you want to see how I created this look, then please carry on watching and I shall show you how. Before you do continue watching, please give the video a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below letting me know if you like this makeup look, and please subscribe. It means the absolute world, and I shall see you in a second with no makeup on. 1, 2, 3, the power of editing. So the first shade that I'll be taking is this kind of neutrally base colour called Poof. I'm going to take this and just poof it on top of my eyes. I'm just going to take this on a fluffy flat shader brush from Spectrum's collections. I've already got a little bit of loose powder on my lids, but this is just going to help to brighten that area up. I got my eyebrows waxed the other day and I've got a little bit of like dry skin under my eyes, which I've never experienced before, so it might get a little bit patchy, but hopefully it will work out. Next I'm going to go into this kind of taupey brown shade called So I'm just going to take this on my LA Girl 202 blending brush, just tapping off the excess, and then I'm just going to start by softly applying this into the crease of my eye and just gradually building up the colour. I'm not going to go in with a really heavy hand for this look, just because I'll be working with cool tones and a lot of darker shadows. I really just want to slowly build it up rather than going in full force. Just building that up gradually. I'm going to focus a lot of it on the outer corner of the eye because I'm going to have a really dark outer corner. That's the kind of vibe I want to go for today. As you can tell, I don't wear cool tones all that often. I just feel like they wash out my green eyes. But I feel like I need to kind of venture out into using them a little bit more. Just because you should never be afraid of makeup, you know, you should have fun with it. It washes off your face at the end of the day. It's never permanent. Unless obviously you get your eyebrows tattooed, but you know what I mean. So just going back and forth and really blending this out and building up slowly. So the next shade that I want to go ahead and take is this one right here, which is called Mojo, which is like a cool toned, really dark, deep brown. And I'm going to take this on my Primark 220 blending brush. Just going straight into the shadow and tapping off the excess. Then what I'm going to go ahead and do is start by focusing this on the outer corner of the eye. Just in little circular motions to really start blending it into the eye. And then building up the intensity slowly by slowly, taking it slowly with these cool tones, and then slowly bringing it into the crease, but not blending up too high at all. Just going back and forth to add some smoke up in here. Then I'll take the brush and put a little bit more of that shade on it, and then just blend out the top of this, just to soften it out a little bit more. Next up, I'm going to cut the crease. I'm not going for a really intense crease, but it'll probably look defined, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take the Maybelline Colour Tattoo in the shade Turquoise Fever, which is this really pretty blue shimmery colour. It's just the perfect thing to add a tacky base down. So I'm going to take this with a flat synthetic brush. Then I'm just going to start by gradually adding this onto the lid of my eye all over, not taking it too high up onto that crease area, so when you look ahead you don't see like a line above your natural crease. Then for the main lid colour, I'm going to take this gorgeous silvery taupe kind of shade called Power Cut. It is absolutely beautiful. I usually shy away from these kind of shades just because they tend to wash out my eyes, but I'm going to give it a damn good go to see what we come up with. So before I apply the shadow, I just want to wet my brush a little bit. So I'm going to take the I Heart Revolution Fixing Spray in the scent Vanilla and Coconut. Spray my brush, which is the MAC 242, just to kind of dampen it a little bit. Okay, once the brush is a little bit damp, I'm just going to go straight into the shadow. shadow. Really work it into the brush. Then I'm just going to pack this onto the lid, and the blue underneath will give a really cool effect. I always think if you want to make a shadow pop even more, definitely apply a sticky base to the lid. Applying this on the main section. I'm avoiding that little bit on the outer corner because I'm going to apply a little bit of a blue shade there later. This shadow is absolutely beautiful. Look how sparkly that is. If you're into silvers, then you'll definitely like this shadow. Ooh! I'm just going to wipe off my Primark 220 brush onto a tea towel I have on my desk. Then I'm going to take this navy blue shade right here, which is called Busted, and I'm going to apply this very lightly on the outer corner of the eye. Kind of tapping it on top of that base, just so the outer corner kind of has like a little selection of blue. And then just bring it into the silver shade very slowly so it has a nice kind of gradient effect. Then just give it a little wiggle to blend it all in. That looks pretty. Ooh. Now I'm going to do some work on the lower lash line, and I'm going to take this blue eyeliner pencil from MUA. It's just £8 and you can get it from your local Superdrug, or any blue kohl liner will do. I'm just going to pop this on the inner rims of my eye. Really vibrant kind of pop colour. Then I'm also going to apply this to my upper waterline very delicately. Now I want to put like a smoky green on the lower lash line, just because I want to use as many shades from this palette as physically possible. So I'm going to start by applying Potion, which is like the khaki green shade in the palette. And I'm going to apply this using my Sigma E25 blending brush, just applying it directly to the tip of the brush, tapping off the excess, and then just start by gradually applying this under the lower lash line. I'm going to apply a few more shades as well. This is just kind of like as a base shade almost. Potion colour is actually really pretty. It's like a khaki green, but I don't know, it just looks really nice. I didn't think I'd like this shade that much, but it does look very pretty. Once we've applied that Potion shade, I'm going to go ahead and take the darker green, which is called Inside Job, just on the same brush, and then I'm going to apply this on the outer section of the lower lash line, just meeting up with the like outer corner. And then for eyeshadow, I think that's pretty much done. I'm going to add a really fierce wing for this look. So I'm going to take the Touch and Soul Swift Black Eyeliner pen, which I've become really fond of over the past couple weeks. Just give it a good shake, and then I'm going to apply my wing, just starting with the middle of the eye, drawing a wing upwards, and then bringing it back in and filling it in. I'm not going to talk doing this because I really don't want to mess it up. So let's just keep on going. Okay, I think that's as even as we're gonna get, and I don't really want to build it up too much so it takes over my whole eye. So now the eyeliner is on, I don't want to build it up too much. I think this is about as even as we're gonna get. I'm gonna go straight on to mascara. Now I've had my lashes lifted, so I don't really want to curl them, but I feel like just a little bit might add something, even though they are pretty damn curly. But I'm going to give them a little squeeze anyway, just as a boost, you know. Then for mascara, I'm taking the Sigma Sinuosity Lash Mascara. Then I'm just going to start by applying this to my lashes from the root, and then wiggling it up to the tip of my lashes. Then for lashes, I'm going to be applying the Melrose Avenue lashes from Morphe. I'm going to apply these and I'll be right back. Now it's time to move on to my face. So I'm going to start by priming it with, of course, Primark's Primer Water. Just give it a good shake and then spritz this all over my face. And then just fan it dry. I'm going to prime my skin using the Skin Kissed Vitamin C Serum. Been loving this recently. You just squeeze some onto your hands, work it in, and then work it into the face. It has like a tacky kind of stick to it, so it really helps as a primer, and it gives like a nice kind of glow from within, which is what we all like. Onto my actual foundation, I'm going to be taking the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation in the shade Fawn, and I'm going to be applying it using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. Just applying a few squirts to my sponge and then applying it evenly to my face and then bouncing it into the skin using the Miracle Complexion sponge for a flawless finish. I'm actually not going to cream contour today. I don't know why, I'm just not feeling it, but I am going to conceal, of course. And to brighten the areas of my face up, I'm going to use the Revolution Super Size Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C4. So I'm just taking this, applying it to my chin, down the sides of my mouth, then the middle of the forehead, just to brighten that area up in between the brows. A little bit down the centre of my nose, the tip of my nose, and then under my eyes. Because we've got such a dark kind of eye, I think it's really important to brighten the face up as well. So I'm just going to take my sponge to blend it all out. Next I'm going to apply some liquid illuminator. This is the Etmol liquid illuminator in the shade Sunset Blush. I'm just going to take this onto the tip of my sponge. Ooh, boy, squeezing out way too much. Honestly, like the tiniest amount will do. And then I'm just going to dot this on my cheekbones just for a luminous glow under my powder highlight. For highlight, I just added the beautiful Doll Beauty highlighter in the shade Like a Diamond, and I took this on my Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 highlighting brush. Then to set the face, I'm taking the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder in the shade Peach Glow. Just tapping this into the face to really set all of the makeup into place. Now I'm going to powder contour, and I'm going to take the Nip and Fab contour kit. I've just been using this all the time recently, and I'm going to take the shade Ginger right here. Just going to take this powder on my MAC Duo Fiber brush, tap off the excess, and then just apply this under my cheekbones, around my temples, tops of my forehead, down the side of my nose, under my lip and under my jaw, just for a really sculpted look. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Miss Lynn Cosmetics bronzer in the shade Bahama Mama, and I'm applying this using my Real Techniques blush brush, just in kind of a C shape around the sides of my face, tops of my forehead. I'm just also going to brush it across my nose as well, just for a sun-kissed look. On my neck as well. Okay, so for blush, I'm going to take this Laura Geller blush trio I've been using recently. And I'm going to go in with a shade I haven't used yet before, which is Pink Grapefruit, which is this one right here. It's really pretty. I'm just going to go straight in with the blush on my Real Techniques multi-task brush, which should be called a Real Techniques blush brush because it's a blush brush. But anyway, I'm just going to take this blush right here, tap off the excess, and on the back of my hand. I don't like a really powerful blush, so I like to do this just to kind of like tone it down a bit, and then just lightly dust this on my cheeks for a little flush. So next in the makeup look, I'm just going to set this all in place. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. It's really cool because it has a continuous spray rather than going all the time, although I do quite enjoy editing that and hearing it high pitched. But anyway, what I'm going to do is just hold this away from my face and spray it all over. Then of course just fan it dry. Next we're on to the finishing touches. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Chocolate Brow Gel just to set my brows into place. Just going to use this little mirror to see what I'm doing. I'm just going to brush the main part of my brow back. I actually have an itch in my eyebrow right now, so this is really helping to get rid of it. And just brushing the tail back down and then the front of my brow upward. I'm just going to take that brush that had a really dark green shade on it just to kind of go over the lower lash line where it's kind of faded from concealer and powder and whatnot, just to touch it up. Then I'm going to add some mascara to my lower lash line. Moving on to my lips, I'm going with a cool toned lip as well. What is happening? So I'm going to take this lip liner, this is MAC Strip Down Lip Liner, and I'm just going to apply this to my lips. Then I'm just going to fill in my lips slightly with a lip liner. This will just help to keep the liquid lipstick on my lips for longer. And then the liquid lipstick that I'm going to be applying for this makeup look is the Sepia liquid lipstick from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Just a very cool toned purpley taupe colour, which I think will complement this look very nicely. So this is the finished makeup look. I actually really love the way it turned out. I'm definitely out of my comfort zone because I don't tend to draw towards the cool tones, but I think I should experiment with them more because I am feeling this makeup look, feeling the hair, feeling the top, and feeling very like rock chip kind of vibes, do you know what I mean? But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. It really does mean the absolute world. Leave a comment down below letting me know if you've used this eyeshadow palette and if you like this makeup look using the eyeshadow palette in the shade, what is this called? I forget what it's called. Dark Magic. I keep on saying Bling Boss because I've used that so many times. Dark Magic. If you have used this palette, let me know. I definitely want to dive into like the shimmery green in that palette, so watch this space. I have so many video ideas at the moment that it's all become a bit overwhelming. Like I have a lot of ideas and not enough time and like dates to upload them, so just keep an eye on this channel and I shall see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye! And please subscribe, it means the So the next shade, wow, start by foking what? Okay, I think they're so beautiful, but I always kind of start shut there. And then pack this on the, okay, just put my finger in the eyeshadow, that's great, well done Chiffon. Now I'm going to do some work on the lower lash line, and we're going to skip straight on to eyeliner, to what? So now we're going to just going to take this on this MAC 205 Blush is next. And I'm going to take this on my real, ow, I just want my elbow on the side. Just next. Lips is next. Are we recording? Okay, thank God for that. The liquid lipstick I am taking for this look is Sepia's liquid, what? But, sneeze.